Welcome to episode 63, Beyond Survival and Getting By, Thrive with this proven roadmap. Today, I want to walk you through the steps that the women and children who experience the most profound healing with Only Organics follow. We will, of course, be focusing on the gut because, after all, true healing must always begin from the core of the human body, the microbiome. I will answer questions like where should you start and how do you know when your gut is fully balanced? If you are new here, welcome. New or old, I am so happy you're here. If you haven't, can you please scroll down and leave a review for this podcast? It helps other women find the show, and what is available here could literally save a woman or child's life. I'm not being dramatic or trying to applaud myself, but had someone shared the information that is so readily available on this show, 2.5 really long and hard years of my child living in pure survival mode would have been spared. This healing is profound, and we all deserve to have access to it. So again, please scroll down, review, and share this show. You never know who will resonate with your review or whatever you share, whether it's on your stories or just telling a friend, a neighbor. You will never know how it could potentially change their life. It is the simplest way to give back and make an impact. So thank you so much in advance for taking just a moment to share. Okay, now jumping into today's episode. This is going to be really helpful so you know where to begin your gut health journey, what to expect, and what to do once your gut is balanced. You will leave this episode knowing the exact steps to take to heal yours or your child's body. And now, if you're thinking, well, I don't really have any symptoms, so I'm just going to skip this episode, don't. I promise you, it is for you too. So let's start there with the question of where to begin yours or your child's healing journey. Maybe you or your child are struggling with symptoms of imbalance: colic, reflux, sour smelling poop, restless sleep, behavioral outbursts, eczema, constipation, or diarrhea. Maybe you are experiencing reoccurring mastitis, UTIs, extreme PMS, hormone imbalance, bloating, headaches, or acne. Maybe you know you have candida yeast overgrowth, SIBO, leaky gut, or an autoimmune disease. Or maybe you are getting by just fine. You wouldn't necessarily associate with any of these symptoms, but you're just getting by. You're doing just fine. Life can be so much better than fine. So if this is you, if you fall in this category, I promise you, stick with me because this episode is going to greatly impact your life. If you can believe it, my answer to this question is the same for everyone. Where should you begin your gut health journey? Whether you associate with any of those symptoms that I just listed or not, the answer is the same. For optimal gut health, it is always beneficial to begin with either the children's or the woman's gut rebalance kit. Nearly our entire population has an imbalance without even knowing it. And it is estimated that 80% of our population has parasites without knowing it. I was right there. I, to be honest, don't know if I had parasites or not, but I never had any reason to believe that my body was anything but healthy. I would say if somebody said, "Do you have a balanced gut?" I would have said, "Well, yeah, I'm not bloated. I don't have diarrhea. Yeah, I'm fine." But, other than I never really had symptoms other than my ADHD and infrequent cycles, but that was my norm. And I would have never associated either of those with my microbiome. So again, my ADHD and my infrequent cycles, that was my body's norm. I learned how to get by. I was doing fine, or so I thought, because I didn't have the awareness to associate those symptoms with my gut bacteria. And I was getting by just fine. Life was fine. And by cultural standards, Fine means good. But I got curious once I saw the profound healing in my child and what happened for me when I rebalanced my gut, my entire life changed. So there are previous episodes that share my family's full experience and what brought me here and what made me dive headfirst into the gut health world. But for the purpose of this episode, what I want you to know is I never knew that I could be benefited by focusing on my gut. I rebalanced my gut out of curiosity because I saw what it had done for my child. I saw his sleep get better, his mood get better, his skin heal. I saw him come to life. I saw a new spark in his eye, and I wondered what that could do for me. So I did it, and my skin became healthier than ever before, my sleep deeper, and my mothering a whole lot easier. My entire outlook on life shifted. I instantly had the capacity to pursue an idea. My business, Only Organics, exists because I took that leap and rebalanced my gut out of curiosity, not out of desperation. I wouldn't have had the clarity or the brain capacity to run a business if my gut was how it was before. What I learned in this experience is that I had lived most of my life with a minor gut imbalance without even knowing it. Just like the majority of our population, the majority of people living today have an imbalance of some severity. And if you are not consumed with symptoms, if you are consumed with symptoms, this means you have a significant gut imbalance. But a minor gut imbalance goes untreated, unnoticed, unacknowledged for people's entire lives, and people are getting by. We can do better than this. So, if you are a person who is craving a deeper connection with yourself and more clarity in life, the Rebalance Kit will serve you beautifully. And if you are a person who has a significant imbalance, if your child has a significant balance, you are greatly struggling with a symptom or multiple symptoms, healing your gut, rebalancing your gut is the absolute most important thing you need to do. I am not here to say that my Rebalance Kit is the cure for every problem, every symptom, every illness, disease. Absolutely not. I'm not here to cure anything. I am here to support you in healing your body from the core. And that means rebalancing your microbiome. As for why most people live with some severity of imbalance, that will be its own entire episode soon because there are many contributors. But for this episode, what you need to know is that no matter how intentional you are with the foods you eat and the products you bring into your home, how careful you shop, and overall how right you are doing everything, everyone is susceptible to imbalance and will benefit from doing a full either woman's or children's gut rebalance kit. And yes, it is called the Woman's Gut Rebalance Kit. I have been getting asked very frequently lately, so I'm just going to answer it here. Is it effective for men? The answer is yes. I call it a Woman's Gut Rebalance Kit because it is women who come and listen to my podcast. I speak to women. I am a woman, so I can speak from experience. And the majority of people that I serve are women. But my husband has done gut rebalance kits at different times after we had COVID, after he had to have unexpected emergency surgery. At different times, his dad was in a horrible biking accident and sustained a traumatic brain injury 2 years ago, which was very scary and traumatic for my husband. And so he did a rebalance to proactively nurture and support his body because our gut and our brain are very connected. He is a recovering addict, and it is so important that we nurture his microbiome because his mood and his body's tendencies to slip into depression and anxiety are so great. And so us being on top of it is really important, and it is absolutely just as effective for men as it is women and children. But because women are who I serve, this is who I speak to. But yes, you can include your partner in your family's rebalance. Okay. I share this, how we are all susceptible to imbalance, because no matter the current state of yours or your child's health, I want you to experience the same healing and transformation as the women who commit and go all in. Rebalancing your gut will clear the slate for the following suggestions that we are going to go into now. Now, on my website, I offer subscriptions, and I get asked this very frequently. Should I subscribe? How do I know if I'm going to need to do more than one kit? So we're going to go into that now before we move into the next steps of healing the gut and then maintaining that balance. So should you subscribe to the Rebalance Kit or just purchase one kit? I offer subscriptions to make it convenient for women and mamas who need the convenience of reoccurring support. You should subscribe if you are someone who has struggled with symptoms for an extended period of time, or you have a significant diagnosis like an autoimmune disease. Significant imbalances take time to come on, and they take time to heal. It takes time for your body to heal. If your child is really struggling, a couple of back-to-back rebalances will be really healing. My son, for example, ended up he had such a significant imbalance that he needed to do 5 back-to-back rebalances to fully heal his skin, his allergies, and his behavioral outbursts. If you are like I was, and you are simply curious to see how your life could be enhanced by rebalancing your gut, a one-time kit might be the best option for you. But if you suspect that you have a significant imbalance, you might want to consider getting it on subscription. Some other scenarios where a subscription might make sense for you is if you are a mama with multiple children and you are on a budget. You can split one kit among 2 children, just get a kit on the 4-week subscription, and you will be able to not only get the 15% off subscription discount, but also have enough product for the full rebalance for both children. So if you are splitting the kit in half to support 2 children, to rebalance 2 children at the same time, that makes it possible for you to just buy one kit at a time. Just please be aware that subscriptions are a 2-order minimum, which maybe I should make a whole episode on policies, but many people were taking advantage of the 15% off subscription discount and then immediately canceling. And not only does that just create bad energy in my business, but as a small business, it is very, very costly to provide the absolute best quality supplements, and 15% off is a very generous discount. And I simply can't afford to offer that for people to subscribe with the intention of instantly canceling. So please be mindful, if you do subscribe, that policy is strictly in place so that I'm able to continue offering subscriptions. So subscribe mindfully, please. Okay. The last thing about subscription is there is also the option to get it on a 6-month frequency. This is for women who see the benefit of rebalancing regularly. This is what I do personally for myself, my children, and my husband. We proactively rebalance every 6 months on top of our daily maintenance that I will be explaining in just a minute. So that is how you can decide if you should subscribe or just get a one-time kit. Now, moving on. How do you know when your gut is fully rebalanced? This is simple and complicated to answer. Once you get started, you will think back to this and say, oh, I totally get it now. But trust me, you will just know. Your child will be thriving in such a way that you have never seen. You never even knew it was possible. Their skin rash or digestive issues will be completely healed, and they will have the most pleasant mood you have ever witnessed. They will feel content in their body. And the same is true for you. If you are struggling with symptoms, you will be healed completely when your gut is fully rebalanced. If you are simply rebalancing to enhance your well-being, you will be amazed with your new brain clarity, your positive outlook on life, your quieted mind, and overall feelings of contentment inside. Your life will go from either survival mode or getting by to absolutely thriving. Once you are thriving, your gut is fully rebalanced. The most common mistake people make in rebalancing their gut is not giving it enough time. So be patient. Know that healing your body is like everything in nature. It ebbs and flows, and it is part of the process. You might see massive improvements and then take a few steps back. With time, though, you will heal. If you are struggling with topical symptoms such as skin rashes or vaginal yeast infections, inflamed or chronic diaper rash, or acne, you will definitely want to add the Balanced Bacteria Skincare Kit onto your order of the Rebalance Kit. This will nurture and heal your microbiome externally, while the Rebalance Kit heals your body internally. If you are experiencing topical symptoms, which many people do, many people don't with imbalance, but if you or your child are among those who do experience topical rashes, like my son did, 2 of my sons actually, you will want that skincare kit as well, because there are so many topical things out there that are not microbiome friendly, and they're destroying the external microbiome that the body needs to fully heal. One last thing to consider when you are getting started is Balance Everyday CBD for women and children. I'm going to link an episode in the show notes for you where you can learn more about how balance supports optimal health and balance, but in brief, it nurtures balance in your digestive, nervous, reproductive, and immune systems. Balance equals thriving, so definitely take the time to learn more about it. You do not have to incorporate balance, but it greatly enhances your full rebalance journey. Now, once you place your order, you are going to want to learn how to open your drainage pathways to prepare your body for rebalancing. Stay tuned for next week's episode because I will be walking you step by step on how to do this. I will share my top 10 tips for draining your pathways. If you purchase a Rebalance Kit, you get free access to my course, The Essentials of Gut Health. You can immediately dive into this course where you will find all the guidance you need to succeed in your rebalance. I'm sharing all of this here because if you can kind of picture it, I kind of picture it as like a triangle. And you are working your way down the triangle. You start up at the point with a Rebalance Kit, and then these are the next steps. So you've purchased the kit, you've decided if you need the support of the skincare kit or not, if you're going to incorporate balance or not, and then you're ready to start. You make your order. From there, you're going to listen to next week's episode on how to open your drainage pathways to begin your healing journey before your kit even arrives in the mail. You are also going to log into the course, The Essentials of Gut Health, and begin. The reason I created this course is because true healing and rebalancing involves more than simply incorporating supplements. I have consolidated everything that I have learned over the years and years of my family's gut health journey into simple, actionable lifestyle shifts you need to make in order to really heal your gut and heal your body. So don't skip it. Don't think, oh, I don't have time for this. You have time for this. You can make time for this. Put headphones in when you're snuggling your children to bed. When you're on a walk, listen to it. When you're driving, you don't have to look at the course. You can listen. Make time for it and don't skip this step, because any company, any brand, any supplement, they are lying to you when they say all you have to do is incorporate this. Absolutely not. There are lifestyle shifts that need to be acknowledged and made for your body to heal. Healing takes work. I have put it all here together for you. I have simplified it as absolute much as I possibly can, but you've got to do the work. If you are a more visual learner, I have created the Essentials of Gut Health workbook for you. You can do that workbook alongside the course, or you can just work through the workbook and, as you're homeschooling your kids or reading to your whatever is happening in your home, I want this to be easy for you. I want this to be achievable for you because you deserve this. So whatever of these pieces you want to incorporate to make this journey yours and do it your way, please grab them. Dive into the course or get the workbook, however you learn best. As you begin working through the course, you've received your rebalance kit, you're getting started, you need to be prepared for shifts to happen, for you to become much more in tune with yourself and your child. These shifts are beautiful, but they sometimes call for hard life adjustments to be made. You will suddenly feel very clear with what is important to you and what you want your life to look like. Maybe you finally trust your intuitive knowing that there is mold in your home and you need to move. Even though you can't see the mold and everyone says it's fine, you know what you need to do. It's always kind of been there in your subconscious mind, but you wouldn't let yourself acknowledge it. By rebalancing your gut, there isn't hiding anymore. I want you to know this up front, that rebalancing your gut opens life up. It opens your mind up for where you are supposed to be. Maybe you get the clarity that your child needs to be homeschooled or a shift needs to be made in their education model. Maybe you get really clear on a big dream and it's time for you to pursue it. Who knows what can come from this? But what is certain is that when you balance your microbiome, you support your body and your soul in doing and being exactly where you are supposed to be. You were born with a purpose. Your child was born with a purpose. You are on purpose. This is your opportunity to nurture yourself and your child so that you can show up for it, so that you can share your purpose with the world. It doesn't matter what that purpose is, but you deserve to have the clarity which will give you the confidence to move forward in life however you are supposed to, instead of holding back and letting these the intuitive knowings that you have that just kind of rub underneath the skin, but the clarity isn't strong enough for you to take action. The confidence isn't there because you don't have that clarity. That's going to change when you rebalance your gut. So be prepared for that, because it's not always easy, but it is absolutely necessary for us to show up for our purpose in life, our full and true authentic lives. We need this clarity. So don't skip any of these steps. I have created my supplements and bundles and cookbooks and workbooks and the course to make it as easy as possible for you. But again, ultimately, you have to be committed. It takes work. And if you aren't willing to go all in, please don't even waste your time. Don't purchase the Gut Rebalance Kit. Don't purchase my products. Your healing relies on your commitment to the process, and I'm here to support women who are fully committed. I'm never going to sell the false illusion that it's easy. It takes work, and I want it so much for you, but you have to be the one to do the work. Now, once your gut is balanced, you are naturally going to feel like, yes, I did it. I'm done. That was a thing that I did and it's behind me. But this is the second most common mistake people make. The first is not giving healing the time it needs. And the second is viewing gut health as an over and done thing. It is not. We are exposed to chemicals, pesticides, and toxins every single day in our food, in our air, and in our water. And no matter how mindful you are, You must intentionally maintain your balance. This is the modern world that we live in, and gut bacteria balance doesn't happen on its own. Again, stay tuned for a future episode on all of the reasons why this is. But for now, what you need to know is it takes intention to nurture the balance that you found from your Rebalance Kit. So this is where you might consider subscribing to the Gut Health Maintenance Bundle. A small dose of the supplements, Cleanse and Nourish Daily, maintains balance and prevents parasites from moving in. This completes the full journey. To recap, start with the Rebalance Kit, prepare your drainage pathways, commit to the course, and track your rebalance with the booklet that comes with your Rebalance Kit. Repeat this as many times as needed. Once your gut is fully healed, and you will know because you will be thriving, you'll be sleeping better, your skin will be healthy, your hair will be healthy, your poops will be healthy, you will feel content in your body, and you will have this sense of clarity that you've likely never experienced. Once you are to this point of understanding how it is that the majority of the population are living with, if not a significant imbalance, a minor imbalance. Our world is getting by. We don't have to get by. Ever since my family has been on this journey, we are freaking thriving. We are tackling our dreams right now. We are not waiting. And this is because we show up and we nurture our gut health every single day. So repeat it as many times as you need. Once you get to the place where you are fully balanced, and you will know it, trust me, this is when you might want to consider subscribing to the Gut Health Maintenance Bundle. Give yourself this, and you will be completely blown away by how enhanced your quality of life is. Nurture balance today to prevent future disease. Live for right now. Don't wait, because waiting is delaying your born-given purpose, and the world is counting on you. We need you. We are all interconnected, and you nurturing you and your child will radiate in ways beyond anything you can imagine right now. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back next week.